Hi, I'm Alex and I own Social Pantry Catering Company and have a little cafe on Lavender Hill in Battersea. So I'm going to create today a beautifully seasonal Easter treat, which is a rhubarb, rosewater and Bramley apple crumble. First of all, we're going to chop the rhubarb. Perfect. So with the rhubarb, it's a little bit delicate, but what we're going to do is just cut it into chunks and we're going to simmer it slowly on the heat with the apple until it slowly starts to fall apart. You'll be able to smell the kind of gorgeous flavours coming through. So at Social Pantry, we use apple crumble for numerous forms of catering. Not only does it kind of feed our footballers out of Brentford and give them a really hearty, warm dessert in the winter months of training, but we also kind of serve it in teacups as a form of bowl food when doing a Social Pantry event. So in here we've got the rhubarb and the apple, and what we're going to do is just add in a few little spoonfuls of sugar, and this is just caster sugar, just to sweeten it up slightly. We're going to put in about a third of a lemon, the juice of a third. Okay, and then in goes our rose water. So a couple of drops, not so it is too overpowering, but it just gives that really kind of delicate lift to the crumble. Brilliant. Before we put it on the heat, we're just going to put on a tiny little bit of water and that'll just get it going. And on a low heat over about 10, kind of 15 minutes maximum, it's just going to soften the fruit. We want to get it to the point just before it kind of totally melts because it's going to go back in the oven with the crumble topping after we've done this. We're going to use flour, plain flour. We're going to use a couple of handfuls of oats. We're going to add in some nuts and seeds, and we're also going to add in some ground almonds. So this just, I think, gives it a little depth of flavour. So a couple of teaspoons of sugar. You can obviously use demerara sugar, you can use granulated if you wanted to. This is just kind of normal caster sugar. To make this just slightly more fun and a little bit more texture to the crumble topping, we're going to add in sunflower seeds. Okay, so you can use sunflower seeds, obviously walnuts, hazelnuts would be lovely. We're going to pop in goji berries. Goji berries are perfect. They're full of antioxidants, so they're really good for you. And not only that, but they add a beautifully pink colour. To kind of complement the pink colour, we're going to add in some pistachios. So we're going to roughly chop them. Caramelised ginger is absolutely gorgeous in a crumble. I know that my dad loves ginger, so every time we make a crumble for Easter or, you know, going home for Christmas, we always kind of add in a little ginger element, which just gives it a kick. We're going to add in a couple of drops of vanilla essence. Lovely. And then the last thing we're going to do is we're just going to mix in the butter. We kind of just get really dirty, get your fingers in there, and you want to kind of really mix all of the ingredients together. So you want to break up the butter and also create kind of a gorgeous, as the name suggests, a crumbly topping. You can smell the rose water coming through. It's absolutely gorgeous. Great, and this bit can be totally rustic. There's no need to pat it down, you don't need to make the top even. When there's little kind of bumpy bits, they're absolutely gorgeous because they get caramelized in the oven, they're a little bit chewy, a little bit golden brown, and they are delicious. Beautiful, look at that, absolutely gorgeous. I know that after a long, hearty Easter walk, this is the perfect thing to come back to. Enjoy. Follow us on Twitter at social_pantry for recipes, upcoming events, and some brilliant Instagram pictures.